Hi, I'm Ali and I'm here to review Agent Hunter for you, just to let you know whether or not it's something that you might be interested in doing. So Agent Hunter, as you can see on the screen, is an online database. It's got information about literary agents, agencies and publishers that might be of interest to anyone looking for these in the UK. So it's a UK database. It's not got other countries on there, although some agencies have got branches based out in other countries as well. So that's what Agent Hunter does. They try to keep the information up to date as much as possible. So they have got lots of good contacts because they're the creators of the I don't think what it's called now, the Writers' Workshop, and they also created the Festival of Writing in York. So they've built up all these connections over these years, and they use them to help keep their information up to date for their database, and then they do that, the writers use it. So there is a cost involved, but I don't think it's that expensive. So I will just briefly run over that. So the packages, they've got 4 packages. I'll just get that up on the screen for you. Here we go. So we've got the package, the silver package, the gold package, and the platinum package. And it goes up in price the more that you're getting for your money. The one that I'm reviewing for you is the bronze package because if you pay £6, you get a 1-month subscription. But if you're a blogger, they said that I could, if I was going to review it for you guys and show you what I got, then I got to do it for 6 months. So I have been able to use this for free, and I've been using it for 3 months and got quite a bit of use out of it. So I hopefully I'll be able to show you how to make good use of it so that you can make the best use of your money. There are benefits though of going for the more expensive packages. So there's things, and they get better. So I'll start off with the best package. So, and say when it's including the other. So the silver, gold and platinum all will give you a guide on how to get a literary agent, which if you're coming here, that's probably what you're interested in doing, is getting published. They will also do a review of your query letter for the gold and platinum package, and a review of your synopsis for the gold and platinum package, which are pretty much your marketing tools to the agents or the agency or the publisher. And if you go for platinum, the reason that package is so much more expensive than the others is because they will get an editor to look at the first 5,000 words of your manuscript, which is what most agents and publishers are going to want to look at to sample your manuscript before they even take it anything any further. So that's why that's a bit of a jump, because editors are expensive, but rightly so. So these are the 4 packages you've got to choose from. They say on their website the gold's the most popular. I can see why, because I imagine having a review of your query and your synopsis would be a really useful thing to any writer. Yeah, but I've obviously only got the bronze one because that's what I've been reviewing for the last 3 months. So I'm just going to take you back and show you how the search works, because all of the packages will give you access to the database and the search facility. It is possible to come on the website and view the database without having, because that's what I did before I decided to sign up. And the about that is, although it gives you an idea of what sort of information you'll get on the database, it restricts you from being able to like search, and it only gives you 1 page of results, so it might not have anything you're interested in. So it is worth paying that £6 just so you can search and make it more specific. So what I'm going to do here is you can see here that you get to select what genres of fiction you're interested in. So I am going to choose children's and young adult fiction, because that's what I enjoy writing the most. So I'm going to choose that one. Filter using the selected genres, so you can choose more than one, but I think if you were trying to query a certain piece of work, then you're trying to target the right agents for that type of work, so it will be more specific. So here we go. So over here, this is the list of agents that they've selected that are interested in UA fiction, but it's not quite as straightforward as, oh, I'm going to go query all these agents. You need to open up their portfolio still and still read about them. So what I did was I used the database as like a starting ground. So this like helped create my long list of agents. And then I'd like open up a profile. So we'll open up here Davinia Andrew Lynch, and you can read up about her background. So it'll tell you about any other agencies she's worked in before, the sort of works that she's shown an interest in before. So it gives you a feel for what this agent's personality is like, what sort of things they're interested in, or the market that they're trying to do. You can also see whether or not they're an agent that deals with experienced writers, or if they're looking to build a portfolio and they're looking for debut or writers. So that's quite useful if you're just starting out. I also found this other trick that when they'd mentioned like someone had previously worked for another agency, I used it as sometimes a way to go and not just research the agency that this agent works for, but also to go and research other agencies they've worked for, so that I could maybe find out whether or not I could find a new literary agent that might be also interested in the same genre. Someone maybe took their old job role, might be interested, just to see what was going on and get a better feel for things, and to create my shortlist. Because the information they put together here is great. It's like, think of it as like your starting ground. So it gives you like an introduction to this person. Then you go and find out more about the agency they work for and what they're looking for at the moment, because that constantly changes. You also see what sort of things that they want you to send over, how quick their turnaround rate is. Because there was a few instances when I found, I think there was 2 agents on here that I thought sounded amazing. Like, it's almost like dating. So you're like, wow, this is the agent that I would love to be with. And then I found out that they currently are not looking for anyone. So I had to just put it on hold. But I kept a spreadsheet with all the names, all the agencies and things like that, and how their turnaround rates, and if I queried them, when I queried them, and when I was hoping to get a result back. And if not, then you can always chase it up. Although I don't know if I'd be that bold to do that. But I put all the information there, so I know exactly what I'm doing. So there's never going to be any embarrassing emails that come back where someone's like replies back to me and I'm thinking, oh, who is this? What did I send them? I know what I sent them. I kept saved copies of the letters, which if you've read my blog, you know that I always try to make my letter personal for each agent. Even though I have like a general template with the bulk of information, I always tweak it for what they've said that they're looking for, or connect it to things that they've previously worked on to try and make it interesting to them. So that's how you can do that. The other quite cool thing that I quite like on this is you can click on this thing here to add someone to your favorite list. So I've now added them to my favorite list. You can also search for similar agents. So you can find agents that are also into the same sort of things as the agent you're looking at, which can also be handy. So if you find someone you think is amazing, find out they're not looking for anyone at the moment, click on similar agents and you might find somebody who's quite similar to the one that you really wanted and is just as good, or maybe even better. So that's another really useful one to do. And then this other one, let me see if I can find out how I did it, because that was really good. I have to go back. Let me go back. One of the things I absolutely loved is this. You can save the search. So if you're like me and like quite a busy person that's juggling a full-time job and trying to get published, saving your search is a godsend. You save it and give it a name. So I'll call it a demo search. Well, not demon search, demo search for the purpose of this video. So what I would do is I would work through maybe a page a night, which does take a while because there are quite a lot of results that they've come through. Because if I get down the bottom, you can see that I think there's more than 6 pages on there. If it says 6, let me just check. The number's gone up. Yeah, so there's 6 pages, but there's quite a lot of agents on each page. So it does take quite a while to go through them. So I'd try and like dedicate myself to do at least 1 page a night. So that's going to take me a whole week to go through it just to research each agent on the page. Some of them were quite quick that I realised they're not going to want me because they like people that already have a good steady background of publishing already. But it gives you a chance to get a feel for them, research them, create your shortlist, then look at your shortlist and identify the ones that you're going to start querying. So don't rush and do everyone all at once. Don't send a blanket email. Just take your time and make sure your letter hasn't got spelling mistakes in. We all do it. I have sent emails, and then after I click send, even though I double checked it 100 times, there is a spelling mistake. But I hope the agents know that we're human and they understand that does sometimes happen, but it's not the best way to put yourself forward when you're trying to get yourself published. So make sure you really take your time to double check and make sure it is the best that you can make it before you send it, to give yourself the best chance. But from the point of view of Agent Hunter, I was really pleased with it. So here's where the saved searches are. So you just go to your account. It's so easy to use the site. I can't tell you how easy it is. Yeah, I think I've done the same search for you guys I did on the 17th of January, because that was the one that I started with. But if you know children's fiction, you know that it's not so straightforward as UA can be broken into you can have UA crime, you can have UA romance, you can have UA fantasy. So you have to find the right agent that wants the sort of UA that you have written. So just because you've got their name and they're interested in UA fiction doesn't mean they're going to be interested in your novel. So do your research and then start writing out to them. But use Agent Hunter as your starting ground. It will save you so much time than Google or any search engine that you might like to use. So good luck with your searches, and I hope you found this video of Agent Hunter useful in making a decision whether or not you want to get a subscription or not. And those prices for the packages, one of the things I really liked about them is they are a one-off price for the whole year, except for the £6 one, which is just for a month. So most of the packages are for a whole year, and you're not tied into a subscription. So it really is just you sign up, use it for for those 12 months that you need it, and then that's it, unless you want to renew it again. So I really recommend it. It's a good starting ground. It doesn't cost you much more than if you were or it's even less in some cases than the Children's Writers Artists Yearbook. So give it a go. And if you want to know more, then please head over to my blog where I've written a full article on it as well. Thank you.